Almost there. Just a little longer. I hope he likes this. Just checking. Need to call him. Thank you, Chidi. It works perfectly now. It was my pleasure, Amara. Glad I could help. I've missed you. Chidi? What is this? Amara, wait.
Down.
Amara, I can explain.
Explain what, Chidi? That everything about you is a lie?
No, not everything. Please listen.
I don't know who you are anymore. This is over.
Two billionaires fell in love in Lagos without a single naira between them. One served jollof rice from a metal tray. The other fixed engines with oil-stained hands. Neither knew the other owned more than the whole street they worked on. And on the night their families finally met, one torn photograph turned the wedding feast into the loudest silence this city has ever known. My name is Amara Okafor, and this is the story of how I learned that the poorest man I ever loved was hiding the richest secret in Nigeria. Night. The top floor of Okafor Motors and Logistics. Adeyes Okafor stares out of the window. Evelyn enters quietly. Evelyn. Madam, you asked me to remind you when it passed midnight, Adeyes. Sit down, Evelyn. I need to say something out loud before I lose my nerve. Evelyn. Lose your nerve? In 12 years, I have never once seen you lose your nerve. Adeyes. Amara lands on Friday. Evelyn. That is the best news this company has had all year. Why do you look like you are attending a funeral instead of welcoming your daughter home? Adeyes. Because the moment this building finds out she is back, every ambitious man with something to gain will start rehearsing how to fall in love with her. I built this company from a single broken-down bus, Evelyn. I have watched money turn decent people into liars inside one conversation. I will not let that happen to my daughter. Evelyn. So what exactly do you plan to do about it? Adeyes. I plan to find out, before she sets foot in this building, which people here have real loyalty and which ones are only loyal to what they think they can collect. Evelyn. And how will you discover that? Adeyes. I am going to test them. I am going to give two senior people the same secret, and then I am going to watch what they do with it. Evelyn. Madam, that sounds like something that could go very wrong. Adeyes. Everything worth learning arrives with a risk attached. Send BC up first thing in the morning. Then Tola, 1 hour after her. BC walks into Adeyes' office, confident, sharp suit. BC. You wanted to see me personally, madam? Adeyes. Close the door and sit down. BC, I will be direct, because I do not believe in wasting a sharp woman's time. I have been watching how you carry yourself in this company, how you handle pressure, how you speak to people above you and beneath you. BC, I have always believed that hard work should speak louder than introductions. Adeyes, it does. And I believe you have precisely the kind of presence a person would need to stand beside my daughter one day when she comes to lead this company. BC, Madam, I genuinely do not know what to say. Adeyes. Then say nothing to anyone else. Not one word. This conversation stays between the two of us. Can I trust you with that? BC. Completely. You have my word, madam. I would never breathe a word of this to anyone. Adeyes. Good. Then return to your desk and let the whole building see exactly the same BC they saw this morning. BC. Thank you, Madam Okafor. She closes the door. In the corridor, she whispers to herself. BC. Mrs. Amara Okafor. That sounds like a name built for a bigger office than this one. She walks past a junior staff member who greets her. BC does not answer. The junior staff member's smile freezes. Tola is at her desk, checking numbers. A junior brings her a report. She waves it away without looking up. Tola. If there were an error in those figures, I would find it myself, not wait for you to bring it to me. Junior, I only thought because it affects next quarter's projection. Tola, go back to your desk. I will review it when I have time. Her phone buzzes. She goes up. Adaizi's office. Adaizi. Tola, sit. I will be direct because I respect you too much to waste your time on small talk. I have been watching you for a long time. The way you handle numbers, the way you handle people, the way you carry pressure without letting it reach your face. Tola. That means a great deal coming from you. Adaizi. I believe you have exactly the kind of mind and authority a woman would need to stand beside my daughter one day when she takes over this company. Tola. Madam, I have worked here for 7 years. I never imagined you were paying this close attention. Adayuz. I pay attention to everyone, Tola. That is how this company has survived 30 years. But this conversation stays between the two of us. No one else ever hears of it. Can I count on you? Tola. Absolutely. You have my word. I would never betray a confidence like this one. Adayezes. Then go back to your work, and we will speak again soon. Tola leaves. In the lift, she catches sight of her reflection and straightens her blazer. The company garage. Oil, engines, radio playing high life. Kalu, the foreman, is laughing with a young mechanic who is under a bus. Chidi slides out from underneath, wiping his hands. Kalu. You fixed that transmission like you were born holding a spanner. Where did you learn that craft? Chidi. My father made me spend every holiday in the workshop when I was a boy. He said a man who cannot fix his own problems will always be at the mercy of someone else's. Kalu. Your father trained you well. You have been here barely 3 weeks, and the drivers already fight over who gets you. Chidi. I just listen to what the engine is telling me. Most people refuse to listen to anything. Kalu. You are a strange one, Chidi. Most mechanics want to finish the job and go home. You act like you are searching for something inside these machines. Chidi. Maybe I am. Kalu. Whatever it is, I hope you find it before the smell of fuel gets into your blood permanently. Chidi laughs quietly. He looks around the huge compound. Chidi. Tell me something, Kalu. Who runs this place behind the scenes? Kalu. Madame Adaize. Everyone answers to her. And soon her daughter will take over. They say she has been abroad for years, studying the business from every angle. Chidi. And nobody has ever met her? Kalu. Nobody in this compound. She is like a ghost in the building. People talk about her the way they talk about rain in a drought. Everyone hopes. No one knows. Chidi nods slowly. He looks at his own hands, as if measuring something invisible. The staff canteen. Steam rising from pots. Ngozi, the head cook, is stirring a huge pot of jollof. Amara walks in carrying a small travel bag. She looks around with quiet wonder. Ngozi. Who is this fine girl standing at my door like she lost her way? Amara. I am the new canteen assistant. Amara. I was told to report to you. Ngozi. New assistant? Did Madam finally send me help? After 3 years of asking? Amara. Yes, Ma. I am ready to work. Ngozi. Laughing. You are too well spoken to be serving food, my dear. What is a girl like you doing in a pot of soup? Amara. I wanted to work somewhere I could see people truly, and you cannot see people properly from a corner office. Ngozi. Studying her. Well, the pots do not care where you come from. Put on an apron, roll those sleeves. In this place we say, the hand that serves is the hand that sees everything. Amara ties her wrapper. She serves the first tray of the day. A man in a suit takes the food without looking at her. Lunch rush. Bisi and Tola arrive in the canteen line, talking loudly. Amara serves them. Bisi, to Tola. I heard you spent the whole morning in Madam's office again. Tola. And I heard you were there before me. Strange how we are suddenly the two busiest women in this building. Bisi. Madam knows who she can rely on. That is all I will say. Amara hands Bisi her plate. Bisi looks at the rice. Bisi. This is cold. Amara. I am sorry, Ma. That was just scooped from the pot. Let me... Bisi. Do you know how much my time costs? I do not have time to watch a canteen girl explain lukewarm rice to me. Fix it, or I will make sure the next canteen girl gets your shift. Amara. Yes, Ma. I am sorry, Ma. Tola watches, saying nothing. Basi walks off. Tola leans in quietly. Tola. She is right, you know. People in this building do not last long once someone in power notices them. Learn where you belong. Amara lowers her eyes. Outside, near the service entrance, her serving cart has a flat tire. She kneels, struggling. Chidi appears with a small toolbox. Chidi, that cart has been limping since morning. The wheel bearing is gone. Amara, I noticed. I was going to push it anyway. Chidi, you can push it, but it will fight you the whole way. Give me 2 minutes. He kneels, works quickly. The radio in the garage plays softly. Amara watches his hands. Amara, you did not have to help me. Chidi, I know. That is usually the best reason to do it. He finishes, spins the wheel. It turns smooth as water. Chidi, there, she will roll easy now. Amara, thank you. Most people just walk past me in this place. Chidi, most people are walking past their own lives, trust me. I am Chidi from the garage. Amara from the canteen. Chidi, Amara from the canteen. I will remember that. Morning. Amara is arranging plantains. Chidi appears at the canteen door with 2 cups. Chidi, 1 for you. Black, no sugar. That is how I see the serious ones take it. Amara. You guessed? Chidi. I observe. It is the same skill that tells me when an engine is about to fail before the driver hears anything. Amara. You guessed right. A beat. She sips. Chidi. Tell me something, Amara. Where were you before this? A woman does not start serving rice without a story behind her. Amara. I was away for a long time. Different city. Different life. I came back to find something simple. Chidi. Simple. That is a dangerous word to use in a building this big. Amara. It is simpler than what I was doing before. Chidi. Fair enough. I will not pry. Not on week 2, anyway. He leaves. Ngozi watches the whole exchange from the stove. Ngozi. That mechanic has fixed your wheel 3 times this week. Our wheel. He finds a reason every morning. Amara. He is just being kind. Ngozi. My daughter, in this world, kindness is never just. It is always a beginning of something. On the 4th floor, 2 secretaries whisper. Secretary A. Have you seen? The canteen girl and the garage boy talk every single morning now. Secretary B. She even saved him the last plate of rice yesterday. Secretary A. A woman with that face wasting her mornings on a man who smells of engine oil. Some people simply have no ambition. Secretary B. Some people do. Thank God I am not one of the ones without it. Early shift. Amara is mopping the counter. Tola walks past, stops. Tola, you, the canteen girl. People are talking about you. The mechanic every morning, cups of tea, laughter. Do you know what that looks like in this building? Amara. It looks like 2 people being polite, Ma. Tola. It looks like a scandal on legs. You have a job here. He has a job here. Nothing good ever came from a canteen girl and a garage boy making a show of themselves. Amara, we are not making a show. We are just talking. Tola, then stop talking, before someone decides you are both a distraction. She walks off. Amara stands still. Chidi appears at the door, sees her face. Chidi, you look like someone poured your day into a drain. What happened? Amara, people love to talk. It happens in every office. Chidi, about what? Amara, about us. Apparently 15 minutes of conversation has become the biggest crisis on this floor. Chidi, I do not want to cause you trouble, Amara. If people are treating you differently because of me, maybe it is better if Amara, do not finish that sentence. I decide who I spend my time with, not them. Chidi, even if it costs you? Amara, if a friendship can only survive by me abandoning someone because of the work his hands do, then it was never a friendship to begin with. Chidi, most people would have made it easier on themselves. Amara, I am not most people, Chidi. Now, are you going to keep looking at me like that? Or are you going to tell me why you came to the canteen at 6 a.m? Chidi, I came to tell you I fixed the wheel on the delivery van. And I also came because, since I met you, I have laughed more than I did in the whole year before. I wanted to say thank you. Amara, for what? Chidi, for giving me a reason to. A long quiet moment. Ngozi bangs a pot loudly. Ngozi, Ehen! The truth has finally entered this kitchen. Good. I was tired of watching you two dance around it. The garage. Evening. Chidi is hanging up his overalls. Kalu is packing up. Kalu, you have that dreamy look again. 3 days in a row now. What is going on in that head of yours? Chidi, I am trying to figure out how to help someone without them ever knowing it was me. Kalu, that is a strange problem to have. Most people want credit for every good thing they do. Chidi, not this time. If she knows, it changes everything about why she did what she did for me. Kalu, you have fallen for the canteen girl completely, haven't you? Chidi, I need a favor from you, Kalu. Kalu, and I need you to stop asking me for favors at the end of my shift. Go on, what do you need? Chidi, I need you to find out everything you can about her living situation. Her rent, her landlord, anything that might be pressing on her. Kalu, why would her rent be any of your business? Chidi, because I have a way of making problems disappear. I just need to know what the problems are first. Kalu, I will ask around quietly. But Chidi, you are a garage man like the rest of us. Where exactly is this way of making problems disappear coming from? Chidi, a small smile. Let me know what you find. Chidi walks home through the evening market. He stops at a small kiosk where his sister Ifeoma is doing homework under a lamp. Ifeoma, you are late again. I saved you dinner. Chidi, I had to finish a gearbox. How was school? Ifeoma, the school sent another letter about the excursion fee. Chidi, you are going on that excursion. Ifeoma, you always say that, and then you always skip something for yourself to make it happen. Chidi, that is what family does, Ifeoma. When you are older and I am the one who needs help, you will do the same for me. Inside, he opens a letter from the landlord. His hand tightens. Rent doubled. He sets the letter down carefully, then picks up Ifeoma's school bag and begins repairing the broken strap. Days later, the canteen. Amara is wiping tables, but her eyes are far away. Ngozi notices. Ngozi, you have had that same cloud on your face for 3 days now. What is troubling you, my daughter? Amara, the landlord increased our rent, almost double what we were paying. Ngozi, Double. That is wickedness with a stamp on it. Amara. My brother Osas needs his school fees, and now this. I do not know how we will manage. Ngozi. God will make a way. He always does. You will see. That evening in the garage, Chidi listens as Kalu reports what he found out. Kalu. The landlord is raising her rent almost double. She works customer service, hours at the canteen, and then takes care of her younger brother. The boy is brilliant, top of his class, and she pays his fees herself. Chidi. She never mentioned any of this to me. Not once. Kalu. Some people carry their storms quietly, Chidi. They do not go looking for pity. Chidi. I am not giving her pity. I am giving her solutions. Chidi goes home, unlocks a small metal box hidden under his bed. Inside, a phone, a bank card, and a photograph of a grand mansion. He stares at the photograph a long moment, then picks up the phone and dials a number with a heavy international code. Chidi. It is me. Yes, I am still here. I need 2 things done quietly. First, an employee assistance program at the company, something that would be awarded on merit, nothing that points back to me. Second, a full scholarship file for a student named Osas. It must look official. It must look ordinary. Voice on phone. As you wish. Chidi. And no one, not even my mother's people, is to know where this came from. Voice on phone. It is already forgotten. A week passes. In the canteen, Amara is collecting trays. Bazi comes in with a folder of documents and drops it on the counter without a word. Bisi. These must be cleaned up before noon. And the usual. She walks away. Tola is sitting nearby, watching every move with hard eyes. Amara quietly begins sorting the papers. Chidi appears at the service window. Chidi. Why is she giving you her paperwork? That is not your job. Amara. It is easier to do it than to argue with her. Chidi. Easier is not the same as right. He looks at Bisi, who is now loudly laughing with a department head across the room. Chidi. Do you know what I notice about that woman? She is the same to the directors in the morning and the cleaners in the afternoon. All smiles to power, all coldness to everyone else. Amara. People like her survive well in buildings like this. Chidi. They survive. They never build anything. That afternoon, a messenger from HR walks into the canteen and asks for Amara by name. Messenger. Amara from the canteen? This letter was delivered from Human Resources. They said you should sit down before you read it. Amara. For me? I never get letters from HR. She opens it. Her hands begin to shake. Messenger. What does it say? Amara. It says my rent has been covered in full for the next 12 months through a new employee assistance program. It says I was selected based on merit. Ngozi. God of the canteen. You see? I told you he was watching this place. Tears fill Amara's eyes. She looks up at Chidi, who is leaning against the door with a small smile. Amara. Chidi, do you know anything about this? Chidi. Me? I fix engines. What would I know about housing programs? Amara. It is too sudden. Everything about this week has been too sudden. Chidi. Maybe the universe finally decided to be kind to you, Amara, after everything you have carried alone. That evening, Amara calls Osas. Amara. Osas, listen to me carefully. Something happened today. Your tuition? It has been paid. The whole year. And our rent is covered. Osas. Amara, how? Did you win something? Amara. Apparently I was selected. Selected for being me. I do not understand it either. But for once, my brother, we get to breathe. The next morning, an internal memo goes around the company. An award ceremony to be held by Madame Adaize herself. The whole staff is required to attend. In the canteen, Ngozi is already planning. Ngozi, an award from Madam's own hand. In my 30 years here, I have seen her give 2 awards, both to directors. Now she is giving one to someone from this building? Amara, what is the award for? Ngozi, they call it the Human Dignity Award, for the staff member who treats every single person in this company with the same respect, regardless of title. Amara and Ngozi exchange a look. Ngozi, my daughter, the person they are describing with those words. That person is you. The ceremony. The whole staff stands under a marquee. Adaeze Okafor steps to the microphone. Adaeze. Every year this company grows because of its numbers, its profits, its expansion. But this year, I want to recognize something different. Something harder to measure, but just as valuable. Amara, from our canteen, would you please join me? The crowd parts. Amara walks forward slowly, trembling. Bisi's smile freezes. Tola's eyes narrow. Adaeze. This is the first Human Dignity Award this company has ever given. It goes to an employee who treats every person in this building with equal respect, regardless of title, regardless of position. Amara embodies everything this company should stand for. Amara, Madam, I do not know what to say. I only ever tried to treat people the way I would want to be treated myself. Adaeze, softly. That is exactly why this award belongs to you. From the back of the crowd, Chidi watches with quiet pride. That night, the quiet corner of the compound where the generator hums. Chidi and Amara sit on bench. Amara. A year ago, I was in a different country, wearing different clothes, living a life I am still trying to forget. Chidi. What kind of life? Amara. The kind where people only wanted me for what I could give them. I got tired of not knowing if anyone would still like me if I had nothing. Chidi. So you walked away from it? Amara. I walked away from everything. I came here with one bag and promised myself I would build something real. Serve food, meet people, earn my place one tray at a time. Chidi. Quietly. You know, I understand that feeling more than you can imagine. Amara. What do you mean? Chidi. I mean, there are things about my own life that I am not ready to explain yet. What I want you to know is this. I knew you were special the first morning I saw you. Not because of your face, though that did not hurt. Because you said good morning to the gateman. The gateman, Amara. Most people in this compound treat him like part of the fence. Amara. He is somebody's father. Chidi. Exactly. That is who you are. That is who I have been searching for my whole life. He takes her hand. Chidi. I want to spend the rest of my life with you, Amara. Not because I can give you anything, because with you, I finally feel like I am home. Amara. Tears. Chidi. I am afraid. Afraid that when you truly know me, you will turn away. Chidi. I will not turn away. Whatever you are hiding, whatever you think you are, I choose you. Today, tomorrow. Always. 3 months later, the wedding, a small church, colorful wrappers, drums, laughter. Ngozi is dancing, Kalu is clapping. Bisi and Tola attend grudgingly on the groom's side. Adaeze is there, majestic and warm. Priest, by the power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss your bride. The crowd erupts. Chidi lifts Amara's veil. She is laughing and crying at the same time. At the reception, the photographer gathers the families for portraits. Photographer. Are the families ready? Groom's family, please gather at the center. Bride's family as well. The photographs begin. Amara's mother is dead. but Adazi stands as her people's matriarch. Chidi's family is represented by Ifeoma and a tall, silent woman in rich clothing who has flown in from abroad. His mother, Lady Cordelia. Nobody in the compound knows who she is. After the feast, Amara and Chidi sit in the quiet of their new little flat. Amara opens her bridal box, searching for the photographs from the church. Inside, under the prints, she finds an old torn photograph that fell from Chidi's coat pocket during the ceremony. Amara. Chidi, what is this? This is you, standing in front of a mansion, and that woman beside you. That is the wealthy woman from abroad who came today, is she not? Your mother? Chidi, very still. Amara. Amara. And the name on this building behind you? Amara reads it out loud, slowly. Easy and Sons Empire, Chidi. You told me you were an orphan from the village. Chidi, I am sorry. Amara, you told me you had nothing. You let me believe you were a poor mechanic while your family owns half the businesses in this city. Chidi, I needed to know that you loved me. Not my name, not my money. I needed one person in this world to love the man, not the empire. Amara, her voice breaking, and I needed to know the same thing. I came to this city with nothing because I was running from my own name. I am not just a canteen girl, Chidi. I am Amara Okafor, the daughter of Adaeze Okafor, the woman who owns this company. She is my mother. The silence is total. Chidi stares at her. Chidi, you are the heiress of Okafor Motors? The daughter they all whisper about? The one who was abroad for years? Amara, yes. And do you know why I stayed hidden? Because I was testing this entire building the same way you were testing me. My mother told Bisi and Tola her secret about me, and watched what they did with it. They acted like queens to power and tyrants to everyone else. You were the only person in that whole company who treated me like a human being before you knew my name meant anything. Chidi, laughing, then nearly crying. So I married a billionaire to prove I was not marrying a billionaire. Amara, crying and laughing. And I married a billionaire to prove the same thing? Chidi, do you still want to stay married to me knowing what I am? Amara, I knew who you were the day you fixed my broken trolley and expected nothing in return. I am staying. Chidi, then I am staying too. They hold each other as the drums from the distant reception keep playing. In the compound, Adaeze and Lady Cordelia stand side by side, watching the young couple through the window. Lady Cordelia, your daughter hid herself in your own canteen to find the truth about people. Adaeze, and your son hid himself in my garage for the same reason. It seems our children were braver than we were. Lady Cordelia, they found each other without knowing who either of them was. Adaeze, that is the only way true things are ever found. 1 week later, outside the main entrance, Bisi and Tola stand stiffly with their things in cardboard boxes. 2 security guards hold the gate. Bisi, you cannot do this. I have been with this company for years. Adaeze, you have been with my company for years. My daughter has been here for months, and in all that time, only one person in this entire building treated her with kindness while believing she was nobody. It was not you, Bisi, and it was not you, Tola. The same secret I gave the 2 of you exposed exactly who you are. You only ever loved the throne, never the person sitting on it. Tola, Madam, please, we can change. Adaeze, yes, you can, somewhere else. As for my daughter and her husband, they will run this company together. Him from the garage floors up, her from the canteen counters out. The empire will grow, but it will grow with honesty at the center. She turns and walks into the building, Bisi and Tola are left standing under the sun with their boxes. Inside the canteen, Ngozi is serving jollof to the staff. Amara walks in wearing her apron again. Staff member, Amara, why are you back here? You own this company now. Amara, smiling. The company can wait. The rice cannot. Besides, I promised myself one thing when I came to this city. I would never forget where the truth found me. It found me right here, in this pot of jollof, with a mechanic who fixed my trolley and asked for nothing. Chidi appears at the service window with 2 cups of black tea. No sugar. Chidi. Good morning, Amara from the canteen. Amara. Good morning, Chidi from the garage. Ngozi, banging her pot. Ehen! The owners of this company are serving breakfast. Everybody sit down. Today we eat. Voiceover warm and deep. 2 people, each hiding a kingdom, found each other in the smallest uniforms in the city. They learned that the wealthiest thing a person can carry is not money. It is truth. If this story touched your heart, like the video. Share it with someone who needs to remember that true love sees the person, never the pocket. Subscribe and turn on the bell, because every week we bring you original African love stories that will make you laugh, cry, and believe again. My name is Amara, and I will see you in the next story.